everything shown here except for the milk and the sausage, Dan and I got from Salvatore's. I mean, Perri's Pizzeria, their pub location franchise. Though these chicken wings were actually given to us by Dad's friend, Maggie. So was the cheesy bread. We were at Perri's Pizzeria pub roughly from 12:45 p.m. to 5 p.m. During which, while watching the football game between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings, Dad used a coupon he had and we got, I recall it was a medium pizza with cup char pepperoni and the sausage. Then a bit later on, we got an order of 12 Boom Boom sauce, chicken wings, and I have to say, freshly hot chicken wings, temperature hot chicken wings, with that sauce are great. It's a nice cheesy sauce. With some stuff thrown in to give it some extra flavor. Though both when I was having those chicken wings and the chicken wings I just had, I got some chicken between my teeth. It's no problem though. I can usually get it out without a toothpick. I also tried And more of Perri's Pizzeria's Gatorade cocktail specials. First Zero Blitz before the food came, and then Blue 52. Technically later before the food came. But I didn't drink any of it until I had at least one of the chicken wings. Dad's friend Bill joined us from the very start. And later on, Dad's friend Maggie joined us. It was a pretty good game. And the Vikings offense seemed to be really good in the first half with their new quarterback. So they got a pretty big lead relatively early on. But then the lead narrowed considerably in the second half. As their offense seemed to fizzle out for some reason. Maybe because they kept doing plays where an offensive player tries to push through the defense. The Vikings were able to stay in the lead thanks to 2 turnovers. By the New Orleans Saints. Prior to us going to towards the end of our stay at Perri's Pizzeria pub, Dad got an order of fried dough, the fried dough there, and we had some of it. While I was at that time having a glass of iced water with a lime wedge and a lemon wedge. From the Zero Blitz and Blue 52 cocktails, respectively. For the Blue 52, I put the lime wedge from the Zero Blitz into it. And for some extra flavor, even though right before doing that, I kind of bit into the lime wedge and sucked out the juice. Did the same for the lemon wedge before I put it into my first glass of iced water. And I recall having the equivalent of 3 glasses of iced water. Over about a 3 or so hour period. And Dan and I had some of the order of fried dough, and we took the rest home in a box. And I think in another box we took home the cheesy bread and chicken wings that Maggie gave us. Prior to us going to Perri's Pizzeria pub, roughly from 12:15 p.m. to about 12:30 p.m. Yeah, we spent some time at Bill's place, during which we made some conversation. I think it was primarily between Dad and Bill, if I recall correctly, but there was also some between me and Dad and me and Bill. Bill also offered me a bottle of water, and I accepted. I think I recall having most of it. Yeah, but not all of it. It's currently in Dad's car. Before that, I spent some time with my dad's parents. I think when starting roughly from 10 in the morning, when Dan and I left to pick up his mom and take her from my dad's parents' place to the nursing home where my dad's father is currently. After spending some time in my grandpa's room, we went to a sort of makeshift chapel room with the Catholic priest there to perform today's Mass. And I recall the Masses being roughly from 10:30 in the morning to 11:15 in the morning. It was a pretty enjoyable experience. At times, it felt like a meditation somewhat. Providing me with an opportunity to reflect regarding potential future plans. And on the past. Before that, around 8 in the morning, I had two of the homemade Danishes slash Kuchen that Dad's mom made. With my first cup of plain coffee for today. I recall having plain coffee throughout the whole day, including some while I was with my dad's parents and some after getting back from Perri's Pizzeria's pub location after we dropped Dad's friend Bill off at his place. I recall falling asleep shortly after, not too long after getting back from Perri's Pizzeria pub. After once again going through my current primary rotation of games on Congregate, One Among Zombies, Oceania, Mighty Party, and Idol Monster TD.